Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to start Unit 4, which is Energy Methods. So, in this, we are having pin jointed trusses, simple beams, all determinate structures. So, we have to find the deflections using energy methods. In the previously, we have learned how to find deflection using double integration method and also moment area method, conjugate beam method. In the same way, we will be using energy methods to find the deflections of pin jointed trusses and simple beams and even trusses. So, using energy method, it is based on the concept of strain energy. What is strain energy? Strain energy is the internal energy which is stored in any material which is subjected to the load. For example, if we are having a cantilever with some load, after the load we know it is going to deflect in this form. Once you remove the load, the cantilever is going to regain its original position. So when the load is subjected to the beam, because of this load there is some deflection. So in this deflected position, this structure is having the internal energy stored in the form of strain energy. When you are removing the load, the strain energy is released, therefore it is coming to its original position. So we need to find out the expressions for strain energy. Expressions for strain energy. So first of all, we will be going for axial load. Axial load is in this pin jointed trusses. In all the members there is only one force, that is axial force. We don't have bending moment in this pin jointed trusses. All the members are having forces, and that forces are axial. Axial means either compression or tension. So because of axial force, what is the strain energy? So for this we will take a simple example of one dimensional bar. Subjected to load P. This is length L. After the application of force, we know it is going to have some deformation delta. Original length is L. Now this bar is having strain energy because of deformation delta. So the strain energy can be calculated by the formula of work done. What is work done? Work done is average load into displacement. My average load here is 0 plus P by 2. Displacement is delta. So you have U is equal to P delta by 2. And we know delta is equal to P L by AE. We have derived this in strength of materials first class last semester. Substituting this, U will become P square L by 2 AE. This is how we calculate strain energy for the members subjected to axial force. So we have to remember this strain energy is equal to P square L by 2AE. This is for pin jointed trusses. All the members will be having this form of strain energy. Coming to the beams. In beams, we will be having shear force and bending moment and shear stress, all these things, but the predominant force in the beams is bending moment. For example, if the structure is subjected to some load, this is the deflected shape. Now we need to find out the strain energy of this beam. So because of this load, this is the deflected shape. So if we take small amount of this curve dx and we draw the radius of curvature, this is radius of curvature, and this angle is d theta. Now strain energy is equal to average load into displacement. Now average load is equal to here m by, load is in the form of moment here and the displacement is in the form of theta, m d theta by 2, and this is for small amount of length dx. Now we know dx, arc length, is equal to r d theta. Therefore r d theta is equal to dx by r, and also 1 by r is equal to, that is m by I is equal to f by y is equal to e by r. So 1 by r is equal to m by ei. Substituting this here, this will become m dx by 2r, and again 1 by r is equal to m square dx by 2ei. This is for small amount of length in the beam. If you want the total strain energy U, we have to do integration from 0 to L m square dx by 2ei. This is the strain energy for the whole beam. Strain energy of the member or structure subjected to bending moment. So here U square, that is U is equal to strain energy is equal to 0 to L m square dx by 2ei. M is the bending moment value. This is how we calculate strain energy for the member subjected to bending moment. So in our syllabus we are having pin jointed trusses and also simple beams. We need to find deflection for this using energy methods. So in our energy methods, we are having two types of methods here in our syllabus. First of all, we are having Castigliano's method and unit load method. So Castigliano's method, coming to Castigliano's method. So what Castiglione's theorem says, we are having theorem 1 and theorem 2. Theorem 1 is for determinate structures. So if we are having any structure, here we have taken a simple beam with some load W1, W2, W3. Because of load, we are having the deflected shape of the beam. Now, if we say U is the total strain energy of the deflected shape of the beam, total strain energy. What the theorem says is, if we do partial differentiation of total strain energy with respect to W1 or any force, the result will be the deflection under W1. See, in the deflection under W1 is delta 1. In the same way, if we do partial differentiation with respect to W2 for the total strain energy, the result will be delta 2. So, coming to the definition here, for any elastic system under equilibrium subjected to any set of forces W1, W2, W3, and the corresponding displacements are delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. Now the partial derivative of the total strain energy with respect to any one of the forces will give its corresponding displacement in the direction of the force. So we use this theorem to find out the displacement. So first of all, we are having pin jointed trusses. Here we know that all the members are having only axial force. So here we will be using the expression U is equal to P square L by 2AE to find out the strain energy. So what we have to do is, we have to find out strain energy for each member. This U is the total strain energy of the system. So for each member you will be having P square L by 2AE. So for other member, all the members we have to calculate strain energy and we have to do the summation. Then we have to go for partial derivation. So first of all, we will do one problem. Say, if you take one, the structure is simple structure, pin jointed, 1 meter. This is A, B, C. This is also 1 meter. The question is, find vertical displacement at A. So at A, what is the force? P. We have to find out strain energy of the total system. Then we have to do partial differentiation with respect to P. Then we will be getting the displacement under P. So area is 210 into 10 to the power of minus 6, and your Young's modulus is 240 into 10 to the power of 6 kilonewton per meter square. So we have to use here method of joints to find out the forces. See, to find out strain energy, we need force in each member. The first what we do is, we do the tabular column. Member, we are having A, B and A, C. The length, AB length is 1 meter, and AC, when we go for with the trigonometry, we will be getting root 2, because here it is 1 meter, it will be 45 degrees. And we have to find out forces in each member. Then we will be going for F square L, 1 column is there. The first method of joints, So we will draw, we will take each joint. So here only one joint is there, joint A. So we will take the joint and draw the free body diagram. A, force P is downwards. So in method of joints, what we assume is, for all the members we assume the force is moving away from the joint. This is moving away from the joint. A, B, and this is C. This is also away from the joint. For horizontal member, we don't resolve the forces, but for inclined members, we resolve the forces into components: horizontal component and vertical component. Now we go for summation of vertical force. Let us take vertical forces. Sigma V is equal to 0. So see what vertical force, this is also vertical force, this is also vertical force, same direction. P plus, what is this? FAC. This is FAC. FAC because vertical sine 45 degrees is equal to 0. So FAC will become minus P by sine 45. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2 minus P by 1 by root 2 will become minus P root 2. FAC. So we put AC is equal to minus P root 2. Again, horizontal forces. Horizontal forces, summation of horizontal forces is equal to 0. So what is the horizontal? We are having FAB and FAC cos 45. FAB plus same direction, FAC cos 45 degrees. Horizontal component is cos 45 degrees. So we need FAB. FAB is equal to minus FAC at the other side, cos 45 degrees. FAC we got as minus P root 2. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. This will become P. FAB is P. Substitute here. FAB is P. Now agar next column, so we have got the forces in two members, FAB and FAC. FAB is P, FAC is minus P by root 2. So next step is we need to do F square L. This is F, this square into L. This is P square into 1 is P square, and this one minus P root 2 whole square will become 2P into root 2. P square into P square 2 into root 2, that will become 2 root 2 P square. Now what we have to do, summation of F square L, this 2, this will become P square into 1 plus 2 root 2, which will become 3.828 P square. This is F square L. Now coming to our total strain energy, U is equal to sigma P square. This is sigma means summation of all the forces by 2AE, and we got this as 3.282 P square by 2AE. Now for displacement we have to do dou U by dou P. So dou P square will become 2P. 2 and P into 3.282, again 2, your area is 210 into 10 to the power of minus 6, and E value is 240 into 10 to the power of 6. So in place of P we will substitute, we'll go 10, 3.282 by 2 into 210 into 240. This will become 0.001 meter, 15 meter. It will become 1.5 m. This is your result, delta. Displacement under load P, 1.5 mm. This is how we calculate our displacement. Coming to the next problem, we will go for another problem. Same pin jointed truss. So you have again load P, A, B, C, hinge joint, roller support. This is 5 meter, and you have 45 and 45. So in this type of problems, what we have to do is, first thing given is find displacement at B, that is downward. And given is P is equal to 100 kilonewton, area is equal to 200 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meter square, and smallest 210 into 10 to the power of 6 kilonewton meter square. To find displacement at B using Castigliano's theorem. So what we have to do, first of all we have to find out reactions here, RA and RB. So what is RB into 5 is equal to, see this is 45, this is half will be 2.5, P into 2.5. So RB is equal to P by 2. The same way RA will become P by 2. Now coming to method of joints, first of all we'll take joint A. So we are having joint A here. One force is this one, AC, assuming away from joint, horizontal force away from joint. And we are having AB, again this also away from the joint. So inclined member will have components, horizontal and vertical. So here we are having reaction RA, which is P by 2. Now we take sigma V is equal to 0. So we are having this one, P by 2 plus this one is FAB sin 45 equal to 0. So FAB is equal to minus P by 2 that side divided by sin 45. Sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Root 2 gets cancelled, then FAB will become minus P by root 2. We'll draw the tabular column here. Remember, we are having AB, BC, AC, and next length in meters. So FAB we got as so length. By using trigonometry, we will be getting the length as 3.535, and BC also 3.535, and AC is given AC is 5 meters. Now the force, what we found out is FAB is equal to minus P by root 2. Now we will be going for sigma H is equal to 0, horizontal forces. So what we are having, FAC and FAB cos 45, same direction, plus FAB cos 45 is equal to 0. So FAC is equal to minus FAB cos 45 is 1 by root 2. And FAB we got as minus of minus P by root 2 1 by root 2, minus plus will become P by 2. P by 2. FAC is P by 2. Okay, next we'll go for joint C. This is P by 2, away from joint. So here A, this is CB, we want this one. So we go for sigma V is equal to 0, P by 2 plus this is FCB sin 45 is equal to 0. So FCB will become minus P by 2 by sin 45, which is equal to minus P by root 2. So minus P by root 2. So now next is F square L. So when we do this one, this is F square into L, we'll be getting 1.767 P square. Here 1. So this will become again 767 P square, and this is 1.25 P square. To do the summation, will become 4.784 p square. Now your total strain energy is equal to strain energy is equal to again sigma f square L by 2AE. Sigma f square L is 4.784 p square by 2 into A into E. Now for deflection we need to do dou U by dou P. This will become 2P. 2 into P is 100 into 4.784 divided by 2 into area is 210 into 10 to the power of minus 6, and E is equal to again 210. Area is 200. Now area is 210 and this is also 210 into 10 to the power of 6. So here when we do this will become 10.8 mm. So this delta is equal to 10.8 mm. So the displacement under load